Hi, it's Nick here, Focus Gaming News. I'm in Lisbon at the SBC Summit. Cyryl Topalov, he's here with FROGO, kind of all-in-one security systems, fraud
All-in-one
prevention.
fraud prevention
Fraud
system.
prevention.
Yeah, that's correct. Nice meeting you and happy to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Just to talk about this idea of trust. I guess it's a marketing slogan. It's add-on to everything. But for you guys, it's not about marketing. It's a key, like a KPI, like a business objective. Yeah.
More or less, I will be happy to share more information on it. So basically, fraud prevention, as we see it, and our fraud prevention platform is not only about stopping bad customers. Yes. So when I look at the whole process, it's only the part which allows you to define those not trusted users whom you don't want to let to the platform. On the second stage, basically, it is understanding the patterns of the customers who might be trusted users for you, and then having additional marketing or additional marketing campaigns or additional, I would say, support for those customers. So we as a company see it not only as reducing fraud losses, but also increasing your revenue and working with the trusted users based on the certain metrics. Another thing that we practically have realized with one of our biggest customers, Pinup, we've got 98% of auto payouts, what allows us actually to make those trusted customers with to have with a better service, yes, and that's why trust for us it's not only the question of not only the question of marketing or slogans.
Cool. Yeah, preventing people doing wrong, preventing fraud, as in kind of bottom line losses, turning fraud, what would have been fraud, into profit, and preventing fines.
Uh,
To make sure that anti money laundering, all of this is incorporated. You use technology for all this.
yeah.
To understand real human behavior patterns. So the technology is quite adept at understanding, I guess, deposits, where it comes from, sources. Can you go a little bit more into detail?
Yeah, definitely. We were designed in very, I would say, high volume environment, yes. And for us, each, I would say, movement in terms of the increasing of the fraud patterns and blocking the users is lowering our profits. So for many operators, including main operators that we are working with, it's always a game between, and it's always a tune between the risk appetite and between, I would say, the trusted users whom you want to onboard to the platform and with whom you want to work. How we do that? In FROGO, I will start, yes, with the first element, technical element, and it is device fingerprint, which is a purely proprietary technology where we get around 200 plus different factors, yes, including the geolocation, including the which device they're using, many different parameters. The second step is basically the, I would say, behavior biometrics, so how they behave on the website, how they move the mouse or type in the data. And then it all goes to our risk scoring engine, where we can define certain patterns, how they bet, how often they deposit. So all of this information in the end allows us to give our customer a pure result, green, yellow, or red. And this actually allows us to automate those processes for many of the trusted companies.
And then it comes back to the humans at the operator level. They
Exactly,
know what they know
exactly.
to what to watch out for.
Yeah, and here I also wanted to add, because we have this group of customers, yeah, where we need to do manual checks. So thanks to forensic tool, which shows the connection between devices, between users, we can reduce the scope of work really to minimums. And this all, I mean, it's based on very large volumes, which we have to work on the daily basis. Yeah, and also on the experience of our analysts.
Great, and it has to be a balance, right?
Yeah.
You want to protect, but you you can't create, or you try to avoid creating a friction. You don't you the operators, they want the players.
Yeah.
You want to avoid barriers to the, I guess, to above the line or to the.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So this is about the balance, but having those balance into the side of having more profits. So better onboarding customers, better having, I mean, better interaction with the trusted customers in the future, and also saving costs on other types of, I would say, like KYC, yes, because we see fraud prevention as the first line of defense before even the process of KYC, document verification, sanction screening, AML, and so on.
Cyryl, can you give us some maybe specific examples of how you might have affected things or for help to clients improve the metrics?
If I think now, yes, about one of the examples, we had one massive campaign, marketing campaign, and we saw that actually the number of registrations, the number of deposits, yes, was growing, and it was kind of an organical way. I mean, didn't raise any, I would say, questions from our sides and others. But then we saw that a group of fraudsters, yes, now we know that it's the group of fraudsters, they had certain patterns, yes, so they were all using VPN, they were all from depositing from one bank, not to ban all of the customers, yes, because due to the marketing campaign, yeah, we had a huge rise, not to ban all of them. Our AI module, which we have in FROGO, helped to find certain chains of the events, which allowed us to block only this red blacklist, yes, of the customers, fraudsters, which we blocked immediately. Also, it allowed us to see the gray list, which had to be reviewed manually. But then, from this manual review, we also found information about trusted users, which we use then in other departments.
Cool. I watched a talk last week at Complyland back in Malta, and it was showing, I guess, North Korea and the, I guess, the organized criminality. Not just going to say North Korea, but around the world, you're dealing with organized crime, you know, and for every protection that you put in place, I guess they're evolving how they go to launder their money, you know. How do you guys keep a pace with this? How do you keep ahead?
Yeah, actually, it's never-ending story. I mean, it's never-ending race because when we have solution for some fraud problem, yes, when we have a solution how to hedge fraudsters, they always are looking for another solution. So it's never-ending story, I would say. Thanks to the global experience, yes, which we already have in, we see many patterns which allows us to identify from the day one to see certain behaviors of the customers and to block them even from day one when we will start working with our partners, yes, because we bring them already our expertise. And this is something what I really like at FROGO, because we have, in my opinion, because I was working in the industry for quite long, and in my opinion, it is one of the strongest teams in combating frauds, which has a lot of experience, which has a lot of cases, which we can bring from day one.
Brilliant. And now, you don't just specifically deal with iGaming. Can I ask him what portion of your work is with iGaming companies?
We were born in iGaming, yes, but we are not focusing only in iGaming. Proportion, it's hard to say because some of the companies which we work with, yes, they have several businesses. If we are talking like about iGaming sector, it is that are operators, platforms, these are PSPs, yes, but it's not limited only to that. Yes, any digital service which is facing fraud problems, which needs to have better understanding of the customer, is could be used in FROGO. Yes, and this is also the idea. It's not just a question of fraud prevention. It's not just a question of risk department. Yes, because data can go to the retention department, data can go to the marketing department. Yeah.
Great. all in one.
Yeah, exactly. It's just sharing the data and knowing how to use it. And this is something also what we bring because, we have already this expertise and we would like to share with our customers.
Great. Cyryl Topalov from FROGO, thanks for talking with us at Focus Gaming News.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Nicholas signing off from Focus Gaming News.